Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 2, our final episode of the build of Casa Madrigal from the Disney movie Encanto. Yeah, you see that we built a whole of the building in the first episode yet, and I cut a lot of stuff out this time because otherwise the video would have been more than 40 minutes as well, and I thought that would be too long and too boring for you to watch all of it. So yeah, I cut a lot of stuff out of it. In this episode we're finishing the complete building, and what you can see right here is where we built the most important room of the whole movie, of the whole building, I might say. That is the room from Abuela, where the candle is in the window. And yeah, we also going to have the candle in the build as well, and thanks to the Europe DLC it is working, and the candle is lit, and it does its job, I might say. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how I would build that window. Once again, I'm using these shade pieces from the Europe DLC, which came quite handy once again, I might say. And they also do work pretty well as frames because they are that thin. Here I cut out a lot of stuff because I was having a hard time to find the right piece for the ornament around the window, and I thought this one here might fit the best. And also I put down in the back side of the window a pretty dark purple plaster wall, just to give the candle the right vibe and the right lighting inside. Yeah, and here you can see I'm putting down the candle, and I was thinking about how to light it up, and then I experienced that the candle is already burning. I just had to push the play button. Yeah, and I think it looks pretty nice. You saw how it looks in the nighttime, and yeah, that's pretty perfect, I might say. In the last video, I asked you guys what kind of buildings you would want to see in the next video, and so far I just got one response from somebody that asked me if it would be possible to rebuild some kind of Jurassic Park in Planet Zoo, because there are so many mods right now out there from using the models from Jurassic World Evolution 2, so it would be pretty easy to recreate something like Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, as well with the rides that we have in the game, like the boat ride. You could easily recreate the river cruise from, was it Jurassic Park or was it Jurassic World, or did both have something like the river cruise? I don't know, I think it was Jurassic Park. Well, to get back to it, yes, it would be possible. I might not say it would be easy to recreate. It would be possible to recreate Jurassic Park with Planet Zoo, with all the possibilities we have in the game, and with all the flexibility of the building parts, I might say. That's something that I'm missing in Jurassic World Evolution 2. as well as we all did in Jurassic World Evolution 1. The building process there is not that flexible as it is in Planet Zoo or in Planet Coaster, I might say. So with that being said, it would be possible to build something like that in Planet Zoo, but the thing is that I'm not using mods in, I might say, in any game that I play. To be fair, most of the mods look pretty decent, are pretty well made, and there are lots of modders out there, and also great YouTubers who do create mods. But I'm just not feeling the need for me to have any mods in the game. Yeah, as I said, that's my personal opinion. If you love to play with mods, it's pretty fine for me, and that's pretty okay for me. But I just don't use them. Yeah, that's also a thing. I think it is pretty sad, in my opinion, that if you look for videos on Jurassic World Evolution in particular, you might have a very, very, very hard time to find any videos, especially with sandbox builds, where the YouTubers don't use mods in the game. And yeah, that's also the reason I unfollowed some of the channels that I was following for a long time, because they were the only ones that I loved to watch, that did videos on Jurassic World Evolution. But yeah, I found it really annoying when the game came out. Already 2 weeks later, there were mods out there, and people were only playing the game and making videos on it using mods, and I just was not feeling it, and I thought it would be yeah, it would be very annoying for people that are not using mods, that bought the game and want to learn something about the game, and see what is possible in the game, and what they can do with it, and all they can see is people using not the base game, but are using only mods. Yeah, that with that being said, that's something I'm not going to do. I'm not using mods at Planet Zoo. Maybe I will go back to that and change my opinion once Planet Zoo is not longer supported by Frontier. Then maybe I would decide to go and use some of the mods, but not at that point. Yeah, with that being said, just go back to our build that we are having here right now, Casa Madrigal. As you can see, I am building the tower right now, which was not that easy, because I had a pretty hard time to find the right pieces to put down the roof, because the tower, the top of the tower was that small that it was not possible to recreate the actual roof that we had in the movie. And so I had to go with this simple roof piece there. And I think in the end it works. Yeah, and I was thinking about putting down those plaster pole pieces on the sides to give it a little more shape, but in the end I decided not to go with it because it was just it was not fitting very well, and it looked a little bit yeah, awkward. So I didn't go with that. Yeah, and I really do love these crack pieces that. Oh my god, that sounds so wrong if I say crack pieces. These cracks for the wall that we got in the Europe DLC. Um, I could put it down anywhere because that gives the whole build such a massive upgrade and so much more realism if you see that. I really do love that. Yeah, and I also noticed because since Encanto came out, since the movie came out, um, there are a lot more of the build of Casa Madrigal in Planet Zoo. And I also noticed if you are looking for some reference pictures of the building in the internet, if you just Google it, there are many different ones. So if you look for a picture where you see all the characters in the house as well, you might see a different building as the one that I am building right here. Mine is from a reference picture where you don't see any characters in the picture, and yeah, so there's many different reference pictures, and so you might find some different buildings by different people out there as well. Yeah, so I was telling you in the last episode that where I am building this right now is in my German sandbox zoo, which is Swamp Lake Zoo, which is not particularly in Germany, but the series I'm doing in Swamp Lake Zoo is in German language. So maybe some of you won't be familiar with this zoo. And I am going to build in this zoo in the future again in German language. But I'm also going to do some of this building stuff in yeah, in my English sandbox zoo in Arizona Adventure Park in the future. And I continued this building to add some kind of restaurant to it, because I thought I had to do something with it. Yeah, because the whole building doesn't have any purpose at the moment. So I thought it would be great if I give it a little more use in the game. And here you can see me doing some work. I might not say in the interior because that's not correct. I just did some parts of the build, so when you look at it from the outside, it would make a little more sense. Yeah, because I'm not that into building interiors. If you want to see some people really go nuts with building interior stuff for buildings, or buildings with amazingly high details, you might look for some videos of Eben. especially his Tamachari too, with his collaboration with Mike Sheets. They go crazy with detail work, so you might want to check that out. Yeah, and here we are already decorating the finished, I might say finished building, because it really is finished. I'm putting down a lot of plants. Um, yeah, I'm losing. Yeah, I'm losing. I'm using this one here because that just fits the most the vibe of the plants from Isabella's home. Um, Even though I did add some of these little cape flowers, I might call them, to it because I wanted a little more color, and I also would appreciate it if in any further DLC we might get the option to recolor some of the plants, because I would have loved to color these plants in pink, but right at the moment that's just not possible. And yeah, that was pretty sad because I just couldn't find any pink flowers that would fit in here, and so I had to go with this here. And also, if I added a little more, always the green covered more of the actual blooming parts of the plant, and yeah, that was a little bit annoying. Yeah, here at the entrance, I used this plant here because that fit pretty well. And just with turning those plants around, those bushes, especially, just gives it a whole another look. And I also used some of these Canadian flowers. I don't know the right correct name in English. I might know it for some of the animals, but not for the plants. I put down some of them in the middle of the plant just to yeah, just to add a little more color to the whole thing and make it look a little more lush. And I think that worked pretty well and gave the whole thing a pretty interesting look. And I also did it here, as I told you already, with these yeah, cape-like flowers, just to add some more color and make it a little more lush and yeah, colorful. Yeah, and I think that worked pretty well. Even if I think I could have done, still could have done a little more to that. Yeah, but in the end, I think it looks pretty fine. I'm also doing something here that I originally didn't want to do, because I always was saying that I'm not going to put down some plants in this zoo that are not usually growing in North America. Okay, you might say in Florida you would have some palm trees, but this zoo is more located in a more northern area than Florida, and you wouldn't see some of the palm trees here. But I decided, damn it, let's go with the vibe of this building and just give it some palm trees to yeah, to make it look correct. And I hope my German viewers might forgive me that because I'm breaking my own rules. Also for going a little nuts here with some of the flower beds. What I did here now was something that worked pretty well. I put down these little fake rock things to build some kind of a path here, a path that might not be usable for the visitors, but that gives the whole thing a pretty nice look. And that is also something that I'm going to use a little bit more. Especially, I'm thinking about using those natural paths for the visitors. Maybe to cover them a little bit up with those little rocks, and yeah, give it a little more rustic look or natural look, I might say. I'm thinking about that, doing this in yeah, some of my upcoming videos, I guess. Yeah, and I was killing the high grass and was putting down these underwater plants instead of it. You might say that's almost the same. That if I yeah, if I just have let the whole grass be the high grass be there, but yeah, just like that a little bit more. Just some more plants here. And I really, really, really love how the finished building looks like. Um, yeah, it just has such a holiday vibe to me, or such a almost a fairy tale vibe, I might say. I really, really, really love how it turned out, and yeah, that it was worth the many hours that I had building this whole thing. Yeah, and here I was going to change the color of the first floor because I noticed that in the reference picture that I had, that the walls of the first floor were a little bit darker than the walls from the ground floor, and I decided to change that up pretty quick and give it a much more interesting look in the end. Yeah, so here we are, almost at the end of the build. I hope you had fun watching the video. I hope you like the build. Tell me if you want to see the building on the workshop and I will upload it there. Tell me if you liked what you saw, and if you did so, then leave a like, leave a comment in the comment section down below to tell me what I should go for next. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any further builds from me. And with that being said, have a nice day, have a nice week, have a nice life or whatever, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.